Alright guys, so today we are taking an AGL Rose-led villain team into the extreme stage of Super Battle Road. Now I did this for a few reasons. One, just because this brings me back to probably my favorite meta in Dokkan history. And I mean number two, because Rose is a new unit and I figured his team could probably do this, even though, remember, they're only on a double 80% lead, which isn't very good here. Well, I mean just in general, 80%. That hasn't been a good leader skill since before the 2-year anniversary, really. Now, one thing I should bring up: the best way to use Rose in Super Battle Road is how I'm using him here. In case if you haven't noticed, I think I brought one healing item, and the other 3 items I brought were damage reduction. And the reason for that was because here, the first time you have Rose on any rotation, you want to use a King Yama, or a Whis, or a really good damage reduction item. Because the way, remember, AGL Rose works is when he gets hit, he builds up his defense. So on that first turn, he's going to have pretty much no defense at all. He does need to slowly build it up. And because of that, you would want to have damage reduction active that first turn, and then probably by the next time you see him, his defense could be built up enough to where you probably wouldn't need to use a King Yama the same way that you would have the first turn. Now the way that this works best would be if you floated off one Rose and left the other on rotation, which is what I'm doing here, because that way you only really need to worry about Rose being on rotation first one time. Here we are popping an Icarus. So, I mean, this is a little different, just bringing pretty much all damage reduction items and then just a few heals, but it does work pretty well because if you do keep in mind the fact that Buhan does heal for orbs, it's really helpful. So pretty much this entire team is just from the 70% meta. This entire team is from before the 2-year anniversary, with double Rose leads. And I mean, who did I leave off? Probably, if you wanted to make this team super accurate for at the time AGL Rose came out, who would you run on this team? It's probably about accurate, except for the fact Merge Zamasu wasn't out yet, and you probably wouldn't run Janemba. I mean, I guess you could have if you're going for defense, but at the time, Janemba was not very good offensively at all. And so here we can put AGL Rose in the back slot, and I don't really need to worry about it, because on top of the damage reduction we have, even without that I wouldn't be too scared, because here Rose should have decent defense, as well as the fact that, remember, when he supers, he does also greatly raise his defense. And then also, the first attack he's taking, he's going to be type neutral, so that would just help him build up his defense a little more as well. And then also, STR Mega Shenron is lowering the enemy's attack by 40% here. So, I mean, there wasn't much for us to worry about at all. Now, I'm not sure if I brought this up. This is post-commentary. I have already done this, because I thought it would be a little difficult, but I did it in 2 runs. And I'm glad I did it when I did, because at the time I was not close to my microphone. How much is he going to take here? 62k. That's actually not that bad. I mean, the Icarus is 35% damage reduction, but that was type disadvantage in Super Battle Road. That's really good. I don't know. If I were to redo this now, I think I might leave Physical Goku Black on rotation there. Did you see how much health Buhan just recovered, by the way? That's insane. But I mean, yeah, this team, it's fun. But ever since AGL Rose's EZA, because I recorded this a few days after, you probably wouldn't be able to find AGL Roses as easily as I did. Because even after I recorded this, I changed the team up a little bit, and I just did it again for fun. And I found another AGL Rose like that. It was so simple. But I mean, since it's been a few weeks now since his EZA has come out, I feel like it probably wouldn't be near as easy. But I don't know if there's really anything else for me to talk about, because I mean, obviously Janemba's a monster. I guess I'll just go over the team. Obviously Janemba's a monster. He's still probably the second best EZA unit in the game. Also, that friend Rose in the back, I'm surprised I didn't use an item here, actually. Even with the Omega Shenron debuffing the enemy, that friend Rose, I think he might have taken 1 attack last time, and there's no damage reduction active here. Here we have no items active. I mean, he does get his super first, so I guess if he crit or additional here, we'd be okay. Crit would probably finish it, and an additional would just make it to where he wouldn't take any damage at all. And he actually, okay, that was actually surprising. And then here, obviously, Goten has just a small amount of HP left, and I actually, okay. Oh, I forgot. I can just give Buhan the orbs in the last slot and it will still heal us. Buhan is definitely the MVP of this run. Just because of his healing, his debuffing, it's all really, really good. Definitely like the unit that you would probably leave off the easiest. It would probably be Tech Merge Zamasu. I mean, Tech Merge Zamasu, I love him. Like, here's the thing. Like, when he first came out, I got pretty unlucky on his banner. I spent, I want to say, like, 800 stones and I didn't get him, which isn't, like, the worst at all, but, like, it's obviously not what you want. And then I didn't pull him until, like, the Tech Dokkan Fest exclusive banner. And then I pulled 2 copies of him in 1 multi, and I was pretty hyped about that. So I was obviously going to bring him, and obviously, like, for the theme of this team, there wasn't really anyone who fit better. Because, I mean, like, if you look at Physical Goku Black, sure, he needs orbs, but he does debuff as well, and debuffing is pretty good. I used a Whis here. I'm not sure if I needed an item. I guess it depends on where the super attacks are. At this point, I recorded this, like, a few weeks ago, so I don't remember, like, how this goes. I mean, I know that we win, but I don't know, like, where the super attacks are and everything. Alright, so, like, 7 orbs with Goku Black there. That's good. But, I mean, with Omega on rotation, and we have Janemba tanking some attacks, I'm not sure if we really needed to use that item. Especially if I would have swapped Physical Goku Black and STR Omega Shenron there. Because then they would both be tanking with type advantage. Like, everyone here would be tanking with type advantage. As well as the 40% damage reduction. I mean, not damage reduction, attack debuff on the enemy. I don't think we would have needed an item, especially if we dodge this. Okay, yeah, maybe it was a good idea, but I'm not sure if we would have died either way. So next rotation, do I have double Rose? I feel like I might. Yeah, because I floated off Buhan last time, so next rotation we actually have Merge Zamasu and double Rose, which, yeah, okay. I mean, like, for this rotation, did I use another item? I wouldn't be surprised if I used, like, a Princess Snake here. Is that the other item I brought? I don't know if it was a Princess Snake or an Android 8 was the 4th item that I brought. But I wouldn't be surprised if I used it here, because I'm pretty sure Merge Zamasu is debuffing the enemy's attack by 10%, but that's not very much. And Rose here, his defense isn't great by any stretch. I mean, we do still have the 40% damage reduction by Whis, but I mean, 1.8 million is pretty good. I mean, do keep in mind, with double Roses on rotation, that is just a whole lot of attack support. I think it's just attack support. At this point, I've almost forgotten what Rose's Easy A does. I mean, not really. I just forgot the exact amount on his support type buff. Like, I remember the important stuff, like his defense and his attack, and he does give key and stuff. Okay, did he just finish off Gohan? He got a double super. Merge Zamasu's clean in-house. Merge Zamasu is probably the hardest hitter on this team, but also, like, for Super Battle Road, at least category Super Battle Road, you really don't want to go full offense. 2 million attack stat for AGL Rose there is incredible. And the reason that's so impressive, because remember, we're using him as a lead. So this is a double 80% lead team, and he just got a 2 million attack stat, which is kind of crazy. I mean, this is probably, well, not probably, this is definitely the best setup you could get on this team, just because of the double Rose support, and he was linked up very well with Zamasu there. See, like, this rotation, I almost had an embarrassment of riches, because, like, all 3 of these units I planned on having main rotation, because obviously Omega with his debuff is incredible. Janemba is just really good everywhere. And then Buhan, just with his healing and his debuffing, I thought it'd be really good here. Do we get the Dokkan mode? I don't know if we get the Dokkan mode here. Where you probably use a Princess Snake if I had to guess. Yep, okay, there we go. If we do get the Dokkan mode here, like, we don't. I think we still get it next turn, though. But I was confident we were going to win either way, because I knew we weren't going to have to use another item before the end of this fight, and we still had 4 items left. And because of the items that I brought, we would have 6 turns of damage reduction from those 4 items. Because the Whis is 2 turns, the Icarus is 2 turns, the King Yama is 1 turn, and then we would also have Princess Snake, which would be a heal as well as damage reduction. So this was a pretty easy, just like win here, even just mentally, like, okay, what could we do? Okay, yeah, that would work. Do I check? 100k defense for him here is pretty good. I don't think I use an item. Yeah, I don't. Because, I mean, as soon as he hits, he's going to finish it off. And even if we get supered right away, I don't think... I mean, Tien could finish it. Well, finish us, I mean. Okay, let's see the attack stat here. This rotation just brings back so many good memories. The AGL Rose, Tech Merge Zamasu, Physical Goku Black. Alright, so here all the way back down to 1.37. Much lower than the 3 million we were at last turn. I mean, not 3 million, the 2 million. But this is the friend. I don't remember if the friend's was rainbowed. I know mine is rainbowed. So that could also be a thing, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Alright, so now we're at full health. Just need to go up against Goku and Vegeta here. 4 items. I mean, I knew for a fact this was a win at this point. We could just use items every single turn, and it would still be a win. I'd probably use King Yama. Yeah, King Yama and put Rose in the back. Okay, no, I used a Whis. Yeah, because next turn isn't going to be good defensively either, so I kind of see that. And the Rose in the back slot, like, he was the main, well, not the main, he was the only unit here that I was worried about. As well as the fact that because we have S tier Omega here, we didn't really need to worry, but the Rose in the back slot, on top of him supering before he gets attacked here, he's pretty much only getting hit by Blue Goku up until his final attack, and by that final attack, his defense is probably going to be over, like, 120k. 120k defense with 40% damage reduction is going to be enough, for sure, especially considering his attack is debuffed too. I always forget about that. So this team is so fun. I kind of wish more people would just set AGL Rose as their leader. I mean, I know for a fact I would be the only one to use them. For everyone else, would be like, why are you running this super old bad team? Well, not bad team, but bad leader. And I think I would be the only one to be like excited about it. All right, how much is this going to do? 22k. And then he also got super by Vegeta, so it was very good that I used that item. Only 120k though, not that bad. So here I should float off Rose. Although no, I shouldn't. I just said that before I looked at where all the attacks were. Here we aren't going to use an item. There's so many orbs for Ruhan, we don't need an item. Alright, so let's see, 160k. He healed 100,000 health. That's crazy. And then this Rose obviously has 50% defense, as well as the 40% damage reduction, as well as him supering first. So I figured there wasn't much we had to worry about. I did not see what that notification was, and I'm not sure if it was in the recording or if I just got it on my phone, because right now I'm watching the recording on my phone. So I'm not sure if you guys just saw a notification, cool. If not, you don't know what I'm talking about. Was that 1.8 million? Gosh, Buhan is so good. I feel like Buhan, I don't want to say he's underrated. Yeah, he's underrated. Buhan is underrated. I kind of didn't want to say that, but like his debuffing, his healing, he does everything so well. With the Icarus here, that could be our last item. Yeah, it probably will be, because I think this turn we're going to finish off our boy Blue Vegeta, and then we'll just have Goku to worry about, and next rotation we'll actually have double AGL Rose, and the one that I floated off, his defense should actually be like insanely high, because I think he got hit like 5 times, and I think he needs to get hit 6 times. Is that correct? Like I told you, I remember the gist of what AGL Rose's EZA does. I don't remember exactly what it does, so I'm sorry about that. Also, let's just take this time to thank you guys. I don't know when you're seeing this, and I would really hate to date this video too much. I am recording this on June 3rd. I don't know when you're seeing this. But I just want to thank you guys, because at the time of this recording, I've gotten like 3 new subscribers in the past like 2 days, which for most YouTube channels that would be god awful. That would be so bad, but for us that's actually really, really good, and I appreciate you guys. 1.8 million attack stat from Rose here with type advantage. Are we gonna, I mean, if we get out lucky with double supers here, we could maybe finish this off. 1.8 from Urzumasu. I did not look to see if we checked the defensive stats, but I mean, no matter what they were a little inflated just from Urzumasu. Yeah, I don't think we're going to finish it off this turn, but we're probably going to finish it off next turn, actually. So, I mean, if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider to leave a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel. My name has been Blaharul, and I will see you guys next time. We're going to finish this off next turn. I'm going to stop the commentary right here. You know, just have a great day, and I'll see you next time.